Welcome back. Welcome back, chat. I got another one for you guys today. So, a lot of you guys been asking me about how I started that online business and to talk about Shopify. But chat, that will take a long ass time. So, we are going to break it down to part 1 to part 2 and however long it takes. So let's go ahead and start with somewhere, right? So let's see. Here we go. So a lot of you guys already know I started with Shopify, but what is Shopify? How does Shopify works? So all these questions needs like very, very good answers. And I think I got someone that can explain better than I can. So why can we not just watch a little bit of this guy? And before I hit play, you guys make sure you guys hit like for this video. Just because I'm sharing, their content. And they did pretty well explaining what is Shopify. So let's watch.
What is Shopify? Well, I'm very excited to be here today to talk about what Shopify is, because this is a piece of software that has completely changed my life, and that's no exaggeration. My name is Dan, and I'm a co founder of Unbound Merino, an apparel brand built right here on Shopify. And I'll never forget the first days of building our company right here on the Shopify platform, sitting in a Starbucks before work, learning for the very first time how easy it is to get started. But the best memory from the early days is a moment no entrepreneur would ever forget, and that's the story of our first sale. And I'll get to that, but first, let's drill into what Shopify even is. For more simple, actionable tips to grow your online business, make sure you subscribe to Learn with Shopify.
Subscribe, guys.
Shopify is a subscription based software that allows anyone, and I mean anyone, to easily get started on building an e commerce business. Whether you're a complete beginner with no technical expertise and you're just getting started, or a seasoned entrepreneur who wants to build a robust e commerce empire, the tool set is there and it doesn't get better or easier than building on Shopify. In our case, as I mentioned, we started small with a dream to build a brand that we can run from our laptops, whether we're home in Toronto or sipping from a coconut somewhere in Mexico. And from the very start, Shopify made the technical part of building a functioning storefront so user friendly that even I can get our store up and running with no coding experience whatsoever. But what's cool about Shopify is it's not just software for newbie entrepreneurs. We've now grown to being a global brand selling in over 100 countries. We've expanded our product line, we've brought on developers to highly customize our storefront, and Shopify has continued to be the backbone of it all. And we're not alone. On top of the countless new businesses that pop up every single day on Shopify, some of the world's biggest and fastest growing brands have also made their home on the platform. Brands such as Gymshark, Mixwear, Allbirds, Bulletproof, and even Kylie Cosmetics, they're all on Shopify. This platform takes brands from humble beginnings all the way to becoming global empires and everything in between. And if this is starting to sound like it's a love letter to my favorite tech company, well, it kind of is. But let's get into some of the details of what makes Shopify great for businesses looking to start, grow, and manage the daily grind of e-commerce entrepreneurship. One of the great challenges of a product business is managing inventory. Shopify makes it a breeze. And that's not to say inventory won't be challenging. It's the hardest part of running a growing e-commerce business. But the tool set makes managing inventory as easy as possible. What's cool about inventory management on Shopify is it doesn't just manage what's in stock on your website. If you have a physical location or you do pop-up shops, the inventory is automatically synced between the different channels, so your stock is updated in real time, wherever you're selling it. And once you start selling, Shopify has incredibly useful reporting to help you better understand at any moment the current value of your inventory, the sell through rate, average inventory sold per day, and the list goes on. This kind of information once took a whole team to be able to generate reports and data on. Now it's all available for you in real time, right on Shopify. As I said, Shopify makes it easy to sell on your own website and even easy to sync up with a pop up shop or a physical store. But it doesn't stop there. With Shopify, you'll easily be able to sell on mobile, Facebook, Instagram, and other online marketplaces. Shopify is ubiquitous with seemingly endless integrations that will help you sell not just on your own website, but wherever your customers may be. This is why I came to Shopify and never turned back. The whole platform is in the cloud, meaning accessing your backend and running your business, it can be done from literally anywhere as long as you have an internet connection. Personally, I don't know what more I can ask for. I live up here in Toronto, Canada, and sometimes it gets cold here. And when it gets cold, it stays cold for 9 straight months. So for me, being able to close my laptop, board a plane, fly somewhere warm, open that laptop back up, and run my business the same way I can back home, this is the dream.
Don't let that. That is fucking. I mean, there is some truth to that, but that's kind of misleading. Don't fall for that shit. Like, that is so fucking misleading. I'm gonna just point that out.
Payment processing. In a world before Shopify, this was complicated stuff. How do you process a customer's payment using their credit card or PayPal? And how do you do it without issues and challenges? Well, I've never had this problem. Like everything else, Shopify made this really easy. You can choose from over 100 different payment gateways or use Shopify payments like we do. But whenever you decide, you'll easily be able to accept any major payment method and sell in 133 different currencies. For the new startup founder, themes make it quick and easy to have a really professional looking store without the energy and costs associated with hiring a designer to build something from scratch. The templates are beautiful and they allow you to drag and drop photography onto your page, add copywriting, input headers, and other info. And what you're left with is a store that looks professional enough to instill confidence in your customers. We started our business with a template, and I'll tell you, if I could get a professional looking site up with my design skills, you can too. Oh, the wonderful world of apps. Where would we be without them on our smartphones, right? Well, it's no different on Shopify. There is an entire app store with apps built by trusted partners. These apps are tools to help you grow your business, analyze data, connect with customers, you name it. We use apps like Delighted to get feedback from our customers, Lifetimely to measure the lifetime value of our customers so we have a better understanding of how much we can afford to spend on marketing. Loop Returns we use to make customer returns and
I hope you guys are understanding this. I know this might sound foreign language to you guys, and it's okay. Like, that's how exactly it sounded to me like first time. But I just wanted to just kind of introduce you guys to like what Shopify is. So let's uh
exchanges a
let's finish this video real quick.
great experience for them, and Reconvert to help us easily upsell and cross sell. And this is just to name a few. The apps on Shopify are incredible, and they just keep getting better and more useful. I'm bringing this up just for fun, but whenever we have a big promotion, I'm addicted to watching the Shopify live view. Seeing site visitors in real time from all over the globe, knowing what they're adding to the cart, seeing what products are selling the best that day. It's fun to watch on busy days. It's fun to watch on status quo days. Personally, I'd pick watching live view over any Netflix show any day of the week. As I mentioned, Shopify is not just for starting a business from scratch. The support and infrastructure is designed to help you scale. If you can't handle your fulfillment because it's gotten too big, Shopify has built its own fulfillment network, which allows you to warehouse your product with Shopify and let them handle shipping and returns. Or if you're growing so rapidly and you need access to money for more inventory or maybe for marketing, they even have their own service called Shopify Capital, which quickly, easily, and without paperwork gives you a capital loan that you can pay back automatically by remitting.
Don't fall for that shit. It is super fucking hard to get one of those. So just so y'all know, It's not gonna be that easy, but it it's that's where the dream is, man. Because that this 9 to 5 shit might not work. So um, just to keep in mind, it's all about learning. What you do, guys, it's gonna be up to you. But I just have to bring this information to you guys. But let's go ahead and finish this.
A small payment from your daily sales. For many startups who may not have other options, this is an amazing opportunity for growth support. And this is just scraping the surface of the type of support Shopify provides the merchants that they have as they grow. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, as great as Shopify has been every day in my e commerce journey, nothing compares to the magic of the first sale we made. It was in December of 2016, and myself and my two co founders were meeting early in the morning at a Starbucks to put some finishing touches on our Shopify store that we've built using this template that we loved. I was uploading pictures of the site and tweaking some of the writing, and we had all sorts of ideas that we were talking about then about how we were actually going to launch the website. Maybe we'd have a little online event, maybe we'd try to get some local press. We still didn't figure that all out yet. We were just trying to get the website up and running and looking good. But the site was technically already up and live at unboundmerino.com. And I remember clicking to the back end of our site and just seeing a few orders sitting there. We didn't announce we were live. We didn't even have our site fully completed. But because some people knew about us from a crowdfunding campaign we did, and because we had a template that looked professional and worked, some people were able to just find us before we could even have our big launch. We forgot about that launch plan so quickly, and we ran to the storage locker where we were storing our product, and we packaged up those first ever orders. And that feeling is unforgettable. And we owe that moment to the fact that we built our dream business on Shopify. Well, it goes without saying, I love having built our business on Shopify. And if you were thinking of starting your own e commerce business, you're going to love it too. Ready to create your online store? Getting started with e-commerce has never been easier. Start your free trial, follow this Shopify store launch.
All right. Um. So let me kind of explain a little bit because I just let you guys watch that long ass video. Sorry about that. But basically, how I started was I came across, like, I was actually on YouTube. It was like I think that was the pandemic, and I was on YouTube just watching YouTube, and I think I came across one of these videos, and we're gonna watch later, but I came across those, and I'm like, and of course, I really hate, like a lot of you guys. Yeah, I hated my job. I'm like, what am I going to do? Because like the job that I was working at, like, it was a good job. It was like I wasn't getting paid a lot, but I thought that this is the best that I could do. But then I found out that this is like it's a hard job. You're not gonna get rich out of it, and you just working for your bills, for your, like, it's just that hamstring wheel. You know what I mean? That hamstring wheel. So, and I know, I mean, if you get tired of it, like, I know what you like. If you get tired of it, then you know what I mean. Like, if you really got tired of that daily grind where you're not actually going anywhere. But anyways, so one day I just came across that video that I would play a little bit later, and I just started, to be honest. Like, they gave me a 14 days trial, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just hit this for the 14 days trial and see where things go. But that was a I was gonna that was a bad mistake. I would not recommend anybody to just go in there and just like find it out. No, like, honestly, it is a good thing, but like, one thing that I learned is that these things gonna cost a lot of money and a lot of time and support. Like, if you don't have if you think you're gonna just do this by yourself, and you will become successful pretty quickly, um I don't think you're being realistic, to be honest, because it is very, very hard, very, very difficult. So I would say think twice about that, because um marketing alone is gonna cost you a lot of money. And a lot of you guys, including me, like, who are entrepreneurs, who are starting their own businesses, like, we don't have a lot of money to spend on into like advertisements and commercials and all these things. So, but it is good thing to think about it, to plan on it, because when if you plan on it and maybe connect with the people that are that have the same ideas as you, who are um like other entrepreneurs, then you might succeed. But just don't do it alone, guys. Make sure you really, really do your research before you jump right into it, because the way they talk about, they make it so easy. They make it like you could just go in there, build this shit, and then within 6 months you're a millionaire. That's not how it works. Like, honestly. And and I think this is a perfect timing to actually kind of Google one thing. So let me kind of large this screen so you guys can see pretty well. So I'm gonna go to Google, and we're just gonna Google this. Her There we go. I think I already Googled this before. So when I found this out, I was really, really, that kind of made me sad. And then I kind of realized that I actually beat the odds already, because like like my business is still here after 2 years, like after almost 3 years. And over here it says, according to money sources, more than 90% of all internet business startups end up in failure within the first 120 days, which is about 4 months. That number is all too accurate. 90%. That This alarming failure rate goes unheeded for a number of reasons. Yeah, it's really, really crazy, and a lot of people don't talk about this, because it takes pretty hard work, dedication, you know. So, but if you're really dedicated, though, if you're really, really, like, if you're determined, and you had enough of, like, the life that you're living in right now, it's doable, guys. Like, this is the best thing ever, like, because if you have a little bit of, like, money saved up, it's perfect. If you um if you have other people to partner not to partner up with, then it's a perfect thing to do. But just don't, like, just that this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's not easy, guys. Like, more than 90%, that is a lot. Like, that means only 10% are the people that are making money. That's sad, but I still believe I'm gonna keep it positive. Like, I still believe it's you can be that 10%. Like, you can do that 10%, because a lot of people are not really trying their, but obviously if it's 90% failure, yeah, it's a hard business, but it can also mean a lot of people are not putting it that work. Like, you if like I'm that's why I was like, I'm gonna do whatever whatever the fuck it takes. Like, I don't care what it takes. Like, it could take all my money. I don't care. But don't do it like that, guys. I learned it the hard way. Like, I don't want you to make the same mistake that I did. Maybe I can save you a lot of money. And most importantly, I can save you some time. Because I failed a little bit. So you don't have to. So, so just make sure you do your own research before you dive right into Shopify or any online business, guys. But when you do your own research, that's the best way to do it. And YouTube, guys, like, make sure you guys like think about starting your own podcast, your own pod, your own YouTube. Because I believe everybody should have their own YouTube. If I did it, so can you. Okay. Um. So now let's go ahead and watch that, like, this video. Am I kind of connect the dots for you guys? So let's watch this.
Moves the world forward. So in that respect,
Start with
maybe a
here.
little bit more thought provoking. And hopefully, the aim of this video is that this conversation is going to get you inspired, maybe give you some new ideas. And if you're watching this video, hopefully this is, that extra little sign, that extra little push that you needed today to get your business.
No, 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 no. We're not pushing you. Let me get that right. Like, there, like, you see how she started with that? Like, that is their business strategy. They want you to go ahead and sign up for that 14 days trial, and they don't give a fuck if you struggle or not because they're making their money. So don't fall for that shit. Just learn from it. Just don't fall for that. Like, that's called marketing. You're gonna learn that. A lot of you guys don't even know, and you are getting tricked all the time. I swear to God, all the time. And I'm gonna have to play this.
New World Order.
A lot of you guys are getting deceived. A lot of you guys are getting lied to, and you don't even know it.
New World Order.
Business started. So let's get into it. And I also want to let you know that we put a lot of time and thought and effort into creating content that we think you guys are going to find useful and love. So I'm that are leading to innovation, and that's what moves the world forward. So in that respect, yes, we need small businesses. Small businesses support the local economy. So not only are small businesses important for industry innovation, but they're also important in boosting the local economy. And that's because they play within ecosystems that enable other small businesses to thrive in their wake. So, what I mean by this is that entrepreneurship facilitates even more entrepreneurship. So, let's say you own a small business and maybe you have a photo shoot. You're going to probably need to hire like maybe a makeup artist, a photographer, and maybe a couple of models. So, right there, I just named 3 different parties that would be involved in the ripple effect there. And that's just one particular day in the life of this business. So hopefully you can see what I mean by this. I mean, when you deal locally, your dollars stay in the local community and they help local businesses and local development. So this might not be true in every case, but generally speaking, small businesses have a shorter journey from manufacturer to consumer. And what that means is that there's more transparency about ingredients and materials. And that's because small businesses are often the makers themselves, or they're just more aware of their own supply chain because they produce their goods locally or they're more involved. In contrast
That is very true, guys.
to a big box store, small businesses often have the means to manufacture locally or more ethically. And that's usually because they order in smaller quantities. This world would be so cold and so sterile without small businesses. There would be no intimacy, no level of personalization, and that's just because the bigger businesses can't really keep up with a level of personalization at that scale. But with small businesses, They don't have layers of management and corporate policy. And small business owners can pretty much make up their own rules. So, what that means is that small businesses are willing to bend over backwards for each shopper. Each customer matters when you're small. So, that creates a subculture, it creates meaningful relationships, and it ultimately creates a sense of community. So, hopefully, that inspired you. I personally think that there can't be enough small businesses. And I think what you have to bring to the table is important because you're bringing something that's uniquely you to this world. There will be nothing like it just by way of being your own idea. I hope this has been helpful. But now we're going to talk about the top 5 things that you're going to need in order to get started today.
But that's so important, guys. You need to focus on your ideas, like on you. You need to first take care of you. Like honestly, a lot of you guys are letting that slide. Like I was I was like that before, but I realized that like holy shit, and like I was getting left behind. So I think I watched Jim Brown one of his videos, and I couldn't believe it. Like I was shocked, and that actually changed my life. And I already react to that video. So it's just like you gotta always work on yourself. Like always. Like you gotta be aware of your surroundings. You gotta be aware what's going on. This is 2022. Man. It's not time to. This is time to really go hard. Like honestly, because you're like otherwise you're gonna be left behind, man. A lot of you guys are gonna left behind. I already see it because there's no sense of urgency. Everybody's just like letting it. They're just I don't know what the fuck is going on. Everybody's just chilling, man. You know what I mean? I was like that before too, but then I would like sometimes acknowledge it, But nowadays, like people are actually in a deep sleep. Holy moly, man. People are in a deep sleep
New World Order.
and they're getting advantaged of.
New World Order.
Man, y'all need to wake up.
New World Order. Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world.
Yeah, but I hate to be the hero or I don't like motivating people, man. Like I swear to God, I hate that shit because nobody fucking motivated me. Like I had to go fucking seek that information. So I'm like I'm bringing this shit to you guys, and if you're not even fucking motivated and you just like sitting right there just watching, it's like I don't even know. Like you are just gonna get left behind, and it's sad because I'm for the average person. I swear to God, I'm for like I'm for the average person because I see nobody's fighting for that average person. Everybody, it's just misleading. Holy shit. They're deceiving, misleading, lying, being fake, not telling the truth. I think all this shit became part of the culture. It's like if you're honest, you're gonna be rare. Like, holy shit. If you tell the truth, like they're gonna be fighting you, man. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like changing people. Like, hell nah. That's very hard to change someone. I can't even fucking change myself. So I'm like, I really hope y'all wake up, man. I hope y'all wake up. But I have faith in you guys. I swear to God, I do. I have faith in you guys. So let's see.
The idea. Okay, so the first and probably the biggest hurdle and the most daunting thing that you're going to have to get over is coming up with that initial idea. So the good news is that once you have figured this step out, you're going to have some momentum going. But the question is, how do you come up with an idea that people are going to want to buy. The quickest and easiest way to come up with a business idea is analyzing a current situation and then noticing any problems and then being that company that provides a solution. So
And I'm gonna give you a good one. Like, for example, I started with um like I sell mental health clothing. So like that is an idea. So like a lot of people were like, why would you share that? Or nah, like I want to be transparent. Like I don't, like if you want to take that idea, run with it. I swear to God, it would be great idea. You gonna make millions, but you gonna need money to invest. You gonna have to work hard a lot. So, but we need a lot of people for that industry because we don't have a lot of mental health advocates. We have a lot of people who just talk down on mental health. So we need to break that stigma. So we definitely need more entrepreneurs um who want to do that, like who want to break this mental health stigma. So please get into that. That would be one of the, like, you will definitely make a lot of money with that. And I think another one would be that nowadays, obviously, custom, like, I think custom designs. You can design people for what they really want. Um, they can order it like for their own, like for their birthdays, things like that. But let's go ahead and continue with the video.
that problem could be a problem you're having with a particular product, or it could be a problem a colleague's having or a family member's having. But as long as you're able to solve a problem and it's represented by a community at large, then you are in a great place to start a business. Okay, so the Comfy, for example, this is a wearable blanket that keeps you cozy not just on the couch, but if you're gonna get up, get a drink, it's gonna keep you cozy just like around the house. So while this is not solving world hunger, it definitely is solving the problem of wanting to stay warm and cozy around the house. So your idea just needs to solve a pain point for a specific demographic. When you're brainstorming, I recommend you make a list and make two columns. On the one side, you're going to have the problem column. And then on the other side, you're going to have the solution that you and your company can bring. And honestly, just let yourself be loose with this. What I like to do is I like to set a timer for 30 seconds and I'm like super loose. I just jot down my wildest ideas and then the timer will go off. You'll review the list and you can bring your ideas back to earth later. So that's one tactic. But we actually have an entire playlist with videos devoted just to helping you find a product idea. So if you're interested in learning more, I will just leave a link right up here and you can just hit control click or command click, and that will open a new window for you guys to watch later in your browser.
Not
If you wanted
really.
to go a level,
If you want to go watch the full video, you'll just have to type 5 simple steps to start a small business, and it's gonna be the first video. And hit that, and you will watch the full video.
even deeper, make sure that you are checking out our free 40-minute webinar. It's going to teach you how to find winning products that already exists. Then you can definitely take to Alibaba. But if you want to be time, but keep in mind idea, then
So that is like she's talking about the drop shipping part.
don't underestimate the power of using Upwork and Facebook groups together. So, first, you can use Upwork to find a product designer, and then you can take to Facebook groups to find someone to actually go ahead and create your.
That's gonna be too much work, but that's down the line. But you guys first need to decide, like, do I really need to like start a business? Do I have the fund? Do I have the time? Like all of that stuff. It's probably gonna, like, think about it about like 2 weeks, to be honest. Like think about an idea, but like just think about it. If you want to start something, that would just be like start with like something that will definitely succeed. That would be YouTube. Like start a podcast. Doesn't like just start something. But if you want to start like website or like be part of this Shopify, be ready to spend a lot of time working on this, and it might not work. Don't be mad. Like don't blame me if it doesn't work. And if it does work, hey, congratulations. But like I just want to show you that there might be an option. Like it's like there is a way, but if you do it smartly, like just don't jump right in, but just do your own research and then see if this might be something that might benefit you. And then if it does, take it. If it's not, leave it, but just, learn the information.
products. So, for example, let's say you're making jewelry. First, you would go on Upwork to find someone to create your 3D designs for your pieces.
Yeah, that's all the way down the line, guys. But anyways, I think that should be yeah, I think that should be it because the I think the other part that she's talking about is a little bit more advanced. Like I don't want to make you guys confused on this. Um, but it is a good platform where before it used to be like really, really hard to start a business. But nowadays, if you really got a little bit of money saved up, you can definitely start like a business. But it's gonna be hard. So
To
see,
succeed in e-commerce, you're going to need three things. First, you're going to need in-demand products to sell. You're also going to need the skills to market those products. And then lastly, you're going to need some drive and some grit to
there you go. Like you're gonna need a lot of marketing, aka a lot of money to invest to run ads. Marketing doesn't just mean you just go ahead post something on Instagram and you're gonna get a lot of customers. Nope. Promise you guys, that's not how it is. You might get a couple of them, but where the money's at, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money to attract those customers. So it, just think about it, guys. And this, like I said, it's gonna take me a long time to even talk, like to even explain, or this never ending topic. To be honest, we can be talking about this forever, but that's we gonna make part two, part three. At some point, I'm gonna make you guys involved um in this conversation because I want to see what do you guys think. Do you guys have any like? Did any of you guys ever started? Any of you guys do anything like this? Have you ever guys um thought about this? Like, put anything in the comment, hit the like button, and so we will come back and talk more about this. But for now, I think I'm just gonna stop it right there because we were just going about 40 minutes. I don't want to lose a lot of you guys because it's a lot of information. I'm not gonna lie, and it can be too much sometimes, but it's gonna be all worth it, man. If you really, really, if you really wanna become somebody, it's worth it. It's really, really worth it. But with that being said, you're worth it, my friend. Thank you so much for watching. Please, please like this video, subscribe, so other people can find this information. Um, and with that being said,